Hi, my name is Dimitri. I'm a solutions architect at Striim. Today I will show you CDC change data capture to Hadoop HBase Striim application. So our customers showed interest in collecting continuous transaction fees and applying them into Hadoop HBase. Solutions we're introducing showcases how to replicate your operational sources row by row into Hadoop Data Hub. And in the process, updates, inserts, and deletes are captured through the CDC and applied to HBase. So here I have a simple application that allows you to uh, specify the flow that enables solving this problem. Here's the application. Let me show you the flow. So I have Oracle source. Let's go into my connection URL, and I've defined the user and tables and the other properties that are necessary, such as password and stuff. Then I have defined an HBase target. At the same time, I'm also applying to a transaction log table that allows, by rendering the events, allows to extract metadata and send it to the monitoring application that powers my user interface. And the user interface is showcased right here. So the table is on Oracle, so let me show you that the connection is going to my Oracle instance, and these are the JDBC, Oracle JDBC properties that are needed to connect to it. So I'm using a very simple table with number and character string, and then I have one simple primary key defined. So right now on my table I have 3 rows, and if I were to delete one of and then insert it again, I can simulate some simple process, and then I can do some updates as well. And then I definitely have driven some of the output into my user interface. Alternatively, I can do something more exciting with this update. So now, if I were to scan the tables on my HBase, I will see that in my table that's a simple replication target, I have rows with IDs 1 and 76, and now I have just updated that value to Striim. And at the same time, if I were to look at my transaction log table, I will see that basically saved values for row 1 for delete and insert and update. So my key in this case is right here. It's a Scott simple test delete, and the primary key is 1. This value creates a unique primary key, unique key on HBase table that holds all of transactional log for this activity. So this is my user interface. I have activity by operation. I'm looking at transaction lags, looking at source table activity, and then I'm driving some operations that show us what's available. At the same time, I can look at my metadata browser, or metadata manager. So I have a bunch of queries that are powering my user interface. For example, this is count and date and an average that's creating comprising this commit aggregation query, and then another aggregate query is taking counts, date, table operation name, and groups it by table name. And at the same time, if I were to look at my queries on the dashboard, I will be able to see that my queries are triggered by SQL-like statements. So another thing that we can look at is ability to create an application from scratch. For example, if I were to start from scratch, I'll do a test application. If I were to save it, here's some of the possibilities. For example, I can do Oracle CDC, and here I'll have to define some of my properties, and then potentially I can do that for other data sources. And then at the same time, I can do a new target, such as Kafka, for example, and that's going to be a Kafka reader.